people go through their entire lives trusting their memories without hesitation. If something feels clear in your mind, emotional, detailed, and familiar, you assume it must be true. You rarely question it. After all, memory feels personal, it feels like proof. But the reality is far more unsettling. Your mind quietly creates fake or altered memories every single day, and it does this so smoothly that you almost never notice it happening. Your brain was never designed to record reality perfectly. It doesn't store your life like a hard drive full of videos you can replay whenever you want. Instead, it stores fragments, sensations, emotions, meanings, and rough outlines of events. When you remember something, your brain doesn't play it back. It rebuilds it, and that rebuilding process is where things shift. Details get filled in, gaps get patched, feelings rewrite facts. By the time the memory feels complete again, it may already be different from what actually happened. What makes this even stranger is that the act of remembering itself changes the memory. Each time you recall an event, your brain opens that memory, reshapes it slightly, and then stores it again. New information can sneak in during that moment, something someone said later, something you imagined, something you saw in a photo. Over time, these small changes stack up. The memory you're confident in today might be very different from the original experience, even though it feels more vivid than ever. Think about an event from your childhood that you feel completely sure about. You remember where you were, who was there, and how it made you feel. Now imagine hearing another person who was present describe the same event in a way that doesn't match your memory at all. Different details, different tone, different meaning. Both of you feel confident, neither of you feels like you're guessing. That's because both memories are reconstructions, shaped by different perspectives and emotions. Our brain prioritizes usefulness over accuracy. Its job isn't to preserve the past perfectly, it's to help you survive, adapt, and make decisions. To do that, it edits memories to fit your current understanding of the world and yourself. That's why memory is so closely tied to identity. The story you believe about who you are influences what your brain remembers, what it reshapes, and what it lets fade away. This is why memory often protects your self-image. You may remember standing up for yourself when you didn't. You may remember being wronged more clearly than moments where you were at fault. These changes aren't intentional lies. They're adjustments your brain makes to keep your sense of self stable and emotionally manageable. Most fake memories are not completely made up, they're distortions. The core event usually happened, but the details drift. Your brain might merge multiple similar moments into one. It might borrow details from something you heard later, a story someone told you, or even a scene from a movie, and quietly attach it to your own experience. Once that happens, the memory feels personal and real, even though parts of it were added later. Other people have a powerful influence on this process. When memories are discussed, they begin to synchronize. If someone confidently describes an event, your brain often adjusts your memory to match theirs. Over time, suggestion turns into certainty. This is especially strong when the source is someone you trust. Eventually, you stop remembering the event itself and start remembering the shared version of the story. Emotions intensify everything. Emotional memories feel vivid and powerful, but vivid does not mean accurate. Fear, anger, embarrassment, and joy all distort memory in different ways. During emotional moments, your brain focuses on what feels important and ignores the rest. Later, when you recall the event calmly, your mind fills in the missing details based on how it thinks things must have happened. Those assumptions become part of the memory itself. Stress makes this effect even stronger. When you're stressed or overwhelmed, your brain narrows its focus to survival. Details are lost. Later, when the danger is gone, your brain fills in the blanks. This is one reason eyewitness testimony can be unreliable. People aren't lying, they're remembering through a brain that was overloaded at the time. Confidence doesn't protect you from fake memories. In fact, confidence can make them stronger. The more often you repeat a memory, the more certain it feels, even if it's drifting further from reality. Repetition strengthens confidence, not accuracy. Each retelling smooths out uncertainty and sharpens emotion, creating a memory that feels clearer and more solid than the original experience ever was. Modern technology has added another layer to this. Photos and videos don't just preserve memories, they reshape them. Over time, your brain starts remembering the image instead of the actual experience. Moments without photos fade, while photographed moments feel more important and more real, even if they weren't meaningful at the time. Your memory slowly becomes a highlight reel rather than a lived experience. What makes fake memories so powerful is that your brain doesn't label them. There's no warning sign. A distorted memory feels exactly like a real one. It carries emotion, detail, and confidence. From the inside, there's no difference. That's why questioning memory can feel uncomfortable. It challenges something that feels deeply personal. This isn't a flaw in the human mind. It's a trade-off. A perfectly accurate memory system would be slow, overwhelming, and emotionally exhausting. Your brain chose flexibility instead. It reshapes the past to help you function in the present. The cost of that flexibility is precision. Understanding this changes how you see disagreements, nostalgia, and even yourself. You realize that when people argue about the past, they're often defending different reconstructed realities. You realize that nostalgia isn't about truth, it's about meaning. And you realize that the past you remember isn't always the past that happened. It's the past your mind needed at the time. In faceless storytelling, this idea becomes even more powerful. Without faces or personal bias, the focus stays on how the mind quietly edits reality. These stories aren't meant to scare you. They're meant to make you aware. Your mind isn't lying to you out of bad intention. It's adapting, protecting, and constantly updating your internal story so you can keep moving forward. Memory is not a recording, it's a living narrative that changes as you change. And once you understand that, you stop seeing memory as proof and start seeing it as something far more complex, fragile, and human.